Greetings from the right coast. This is Mad Shad. So what are we going to talk about? Oþala or Oþala. So we all have heard that the CPAC thing, the stage of the CPAC was fashioned, and it is. I mean, you look at it. It's an ancient rune, Norse runes. You know, I like my runes. This particular rune has been bastardized by a certain fascist group in our past, i.e. Hitler and all that. And well, they took a rune that usually means O, also known as also used for, still used today for inherited property in Scandinavian law. Like, you can still go and check out the Scandinavian law, and inherited property is still a thing. You know, it's passed down in Iceland too. There's inherited property in Iceland as well. This ruling, but it has the Oþala or Oþala. It has the Oþala rune, not the Oþala rune. The Oþala rune came about. They took the O that had two legs coming off of it, kind of like a bipod, if you will, and then they put feet on it. So then that's when it's a Germanized version of Oþala. So, but anyway, I digress and all that. You know, whatever. They bastardized it and they turned it into used by the SS Mountain Division or whatever. Who knows? You can look that shit up yourself. But yeah, the CPAC stage was fashioned in a upside down Oþala rune, and it's basically Oþala with feet. Inherited property with feet. I don't know, whatever, however you want to look at that. But I just heard it, and you know, it's been all over. Even 101's talked about it, and it is definitely that rune. But so the buzz on the interweb of things, they're like, oh no, CPAC, you know, they're white supremacists, da 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 da. Well, guess who made it? A liberal. It is a liberal stage maker that's been making stages for the CPAC for years. Also been making stages for Google, Citibank, and Target for years. It's a liberal woman. They've used her firm, her design firm, for years. You know, so and she was like, yeah, we made it, but it's purely coincidence that it's shaped in that fashion. Really? Come on. I mean, it's a rune, and to tell you the truth, it's a rune that was. It's from a dead language. It's actually from a language that we really don't know how to speak. So, Elder Futhark, not younger Futhark. Younger Futhark we know how to speak, but Elder we don't. A lot of things have changed. So, like the word R, and the way that the runes were made is that they had little, just like in elementary school, you know, A is for apple. Well, you know, O was for Oþala, inherited property, something that everybody knew, something that everybody understood. And then, of course, later on, so the name for Charity Come, the name for Odin was Rodanas. So things change. He had an R and a Z in his name, and throughout the time and the evolution of language, the R and the Z were dropped. Who knows why? Nobody really knows. But same thing, that rune, Oþala, was there. And the Germans and their, you know, the High German Command and their, oh, yes, the High German Command, and yeah, you like that little time warp we just did there? The High German Command, you know, they took a lot of symbolism and used it for very nefarious means. The swastika in question was used centuries, thousands of years before them, by the Chinese and by the Oriental race. It involved in Buddhism. It means it's the wheel of life, the karma wheel, the dharma wheel. So that in India has it. I mean, it's been used for millenniums to mean something really good, and he of course turned it into something bad. You know, now you see that thing, and he called it something else, of course. But you know, so I think it's just funny that all this news is coming out, and it's actually a lefty, a liberal who designed the stage, and she owned up to it. She's like, I didn't know. But makes me wonder, you know, maybe I should check out Google and Citibank and what was the other one, Target, you know, just to see if there's any kind of, you know, rune stuff going on. There is a rune magic. It's little known. Historically, nothing is really known. So everything that's out there is after the fact, aftermarket, if you will. But it was called Seether magic, and it's there were accounts of what Seether magic was, and the reading of the runes and all that. So rune casting, but not a lot really. Runes were put on things, on swords and the helm of awe. That signal, and of course over time it changed, and you know, and evolved as all languages do. Most of our words are cognate from Old Norse. A lot of words, a lot of, you know, and you know, there's a study going on, of course, that the runes, the Norse runes, there's a lot of them that are oddly similar to the Greek alphabet. So, you know, hey, and they had their own little thing going on as well. So it's funny how history continuously evolves. Continuously evolves. So I'm gonna sit at the helm here. Talk to you guys for a minute. Oh, hey, what's up? How you doing? Watch them claws, girl. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, there's Charity. She's coming in. Yeah. So, just interesting, you know. All this gaslighting and you know, it's the culture, and you know, it's funny when they try to bait us and it backfires, which, you know, it may or may not. It oddly, it is upside down. Just say that, you know, it is upside down. So maybe she didn't know. The designer of the CPAC stage, she said that she built it that way because it was the confined restraints of the hotel they were in, you know. What's up? What's up? You know, Callie? Yep. She always wants to make her appearance known. Hey, look at me. Hey, you're famous. Gotta find a home for her. Gotta find a home for all of them. All three of them. The dog comes with me. You know, she comes with me. But the three cats, if I did one more move, it would just, I don't know, it would be too much for them. So, yeah. yeah, so whatever. So yeah, she said, you know, it's the confined restraints of the space that she was working with, and that's why she designed it that way. Okay. You can look all this up. I've just been reading the news from it, and it's quite interesting. I love how they're trying so hard to paint us as these hateful kind of people. And you know what? Eventually they are going to, you know, they're trying real hard, but they're failing because they're idiots. They're, you know, but they are organized. So what can you say about that? We're not. But the CPAC, you know, the CPAC was good. I mean, that's a hell of an organization right there, you know. But I don't know. I mean, it's either here nor there. If it was done intentionally, you know, like I said, it was upside down. The Oþala rune, which, you know, comes from the Oþala rune of Elder Futhark. It's not even in the Younger Futhark. The actual, you know, language, that Old Norse, you know, it went from Elder Futhark to Younger Futhark. And Younger Futhark, we know how to transliterate from that. We know the meaning on that. So, you know what? And there's not even an O. They got rid of the O. There's no O. So, yeah, very strange stuff indeed. But, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I just thought it was very interesting to talk about. And I know there's been quite the buzz about it. So, you know, until next time, this is Mad Shad, and I'm urging you to get prepared because it is a mad, mad world.